Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because I am going to be doing a foundation review. If you follow my videos closely, you've probably noticed that I went on a little bit of a break. I'm not quite ready to talk about it in full yet, but I have been struggling with my mental health lately, so filming was just not an option for me. I'm sure you'll be able to tell, but my lips are all scarred. I've been picking at my lip skin until they bleed, so that's not good. I think I'll do a chatty get ready with me talking about, you know, like what I've been struggling with. But today I am starting treatment and I'm starting to feel a little bit better, so I wanted to film a video for you guys because I know a lot of people, you know, wonder where I am and stuff like that. So yeah, today is going to be a foundation review. I saw this foundation on Sephora.com. It is a brand new brand to Sephora. It's called Lys Beauty, or Lys. Yeah, it says Lys Beauty. I tried to order the entire range. They have some bronzers, some cream blushes, a primer, and I think a lip oil, and I wanted to get all of the complexion products. However, this was the only one that was available at the time, and I was waiting until everything was available, but it was taking way too long. Is my camera crooked? I've been having some troubles trying to get my camera to like stay in the position that I want it, so please don't mind that. So yeah, it's a clean beauty brand at Sephora and I wanted to try their foundation. It's called the Triple Fix Serum Foundation with hyaluronic acid, turmeric, and oh no, I'm not gonna be able to say this. Ashwagandha. I'll put it right here. I'm so sorry. If anyone can educate me on how to pronounce that, that would be great. Actually, I could put it into Google Translate.
Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha. If that's incorrect, please correct me. I have no idea how to pronounce it. So yeah, I'm excited to try this brand. I saw that Sephora launched quite a few clean beauty brands all within the same time period. There was like 3 of them that I saw, but this is the one that really intrigued me most. So this foundation launched in 35 shades, which I think is great for an initial launch. I don't know if this is like a Sephora exclusive or what, but the shade range does seem pretty good. It's got a natural finish. So it is vegan, cruelty-free, clean at Sephora. I don't really care. I think that clean kind of thing is a gimmick, honestly. I just think it's something to sell makeup products, so I don't really buy the hype of the whole clean beauty thing. I just wanted to try it, honestly. It has hyaluronic acid. It's good for dullness and uneven texture, vegan, medium coverage, cruelty-free, natural finish. I'm excited to try this. I haven't tried a foundation in a really long time. Also, it's decently affordable. It's $28.50 Canadian for 30 mils. Usually foundations run around $50 if you're buying from Sephora. So I feel like this is a good deal, especially for a clean beauty brand. I feel like they really mark up their products when they're marketed as clean. I meant to do the air quotes, but it kind of turned into like a claw there. So I'm just gonna read the description for you. It's a luxuriously clean, skincare infused serum foundation with buildable light to medium coverage in an array of shades. Okay, so ashwagandha, I can't remember how I was supposed to pronounce that. Ashwagandha. Oh God, I'm sorry. It's Indian ginseng. Oh, okay. A powerful herb that combats, words are hard today. A powerful herb that combats skin stress and visible signs of aging. Turmeric provides antioxidant protection and visibly brightens, evens, and soothes skin. And hyaluronic acid infuses skin with intensive hydration. The product's vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free, and recyclable packaging. It's also fragrance and silicone-free. Okay, cool. I'm excited to try this. I got the shade LG3. I hope it's a decent match. I have no idea. It was hard to color match on their website. So this is what the box looks like. It's very beautiful. I don't know what the bottle looks like. I'm excited to see that. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. It's in a triangle bottle. As you can see here. Oh, that's different. I really like that, actually. I noticed their other products, like the cream blush, it also comes in triangle packaging, as well as their setting powder and their bronzers. I'll put little pictures of it here so you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, at the time that I purchased this, none of that was available. So yeah, I just got the foundation. Let's try it out. I really like the pump. That's a pretty color. It's like a nice kind of millennial pink color. I don't know if it has directions on how to use it. Usage: smooth a small amount onto clean, moisturized, and or primed skin with a sponge or foundation brush that is not included. Build as desired. Okay, cool. I'm excited. I haven't tried a new foundation in a hot minute. Let me know if you like foundation reviews, because I really like reviewing foundations, but I feel like they're kind of boring, you know? Moment of truth. Let's hope that this is a decent shade match. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna be too dark, and it does not look golden. I got the yellow undertoned one, but that doesn't look, well, it doesn't look bad on camera. My hands are a lot paler than my face. So I have a damp sponge. It's just stained by the Rare Beauty cream blush. So I don't think any actual like pink product will come out on this. So I'm gonna do half my face with a brush and half with a sponge. My skin is cleansed and I used a moisturizer. I don't really like primer, so I never use primer with my foundations. And let's see how this applies. This is, oh, the color match really isn't bad. I can totally make that work. Actually, I'm going to remove my lip oil so that it doesn't get into the foundation. Please don't mind how scarred my lips are. It's really quite bad. I got these lip injections and then I just ruined them. Okay, actually I lied. The color match isn't great. It was only the third shade though, so I'm a little bit surprised. Because usually I'm like the second or third shade. It's not like a terrible match, don't get me wrong. Like, could definitely be worse, but I think it's just wee dark for me. I think once I get a little bit of sun, it'll look a lot better. I feel like it also looks a lot better on camera. Oh, I feel like I should zoom you in. Hello, we are all zoomed in now. I'm sorry I'm all over the place. I just, you know, mental health, it does that to you, you know? You know what? Okay, I know this is speaking a little too soon, but I really like how this is applying to my face. I feel like it's not really clinging to any dry patches. I have like this little blemish right here and it kind of crusted over a little bit, like it turned dry, and it didn't really cling to that like an insane amount, which is nice. You can tell it's medium coverage because I have a blemish right here that you can still see. I don't mind that though, because you know, there's nothing wrong with medium coverage. You don't have to go full coverage all the time. I feel like it is a natural to dewy finish. I really like that. Okay, so that is one side done and one side without it. I feel like it's definitely a medium coverage. It works as described. I'd say it's a little dewier than a natural finish, but that might kind of set down as it wears. I really like this triangle packaging. I feel like it's still functional, but like a little bit different. I don't know, I really like that. Also, I used 2 pumps for half of my face. So now let's do a sponge. This is just a ColourPop sponge. It's a little bit small because it's meant for your concealer, but I don't have any other sponges on me right now, so I'm gonna have to buy some more. I don't know so far which application I like better. I feel like I'm definitely getting more of a dewy finish with the sponge, but that's as expected, right? Because it's damp and it infuses water into the foundation. I should have foundationed my lips to try and cancel out some of that awful redness and scarring. I gotta get my nails done so that I can't pick my lip. This actually feels rather nice. I'm quite impressed so far. I really am. I'm quite picky with foundations. I like testing them, but I have a hard time falling in love with foundations, if that makes sense. I feel like they're always clinging to dry patches that I didn't even know I had, or they're like way too cakey. Cakiness is a big problem I have, but I'm really liking this. I feel like it just kind of looks like skin. Honestly, as I look up close, I don't see a huge difference between brush and sponge. I like both applications. So that being said, I'd probably use a sponge maybe, just because that's just the application that I typically like to do. Whoa, I look really orange in this lighting right now. What's going on? I don't look that orange in person. I feel like Raw Beauty Christy. Hold on. Am I orange? I feel like that actually helped. Am I crazy? Am I Raw Beauty Christy? I don't know. Also, for reference, I forgot to tell you guys, I have normal to oily skin. I used to have super oily skin back in high school and like, you know, the puberty days, but it's definitely kind of tamed down as I've aged. But I do still have a bit of problems with oil production, especially in my T-zone. Other than that, I'm pretty normal. I don't get a ton of dry patches or anything of the sort. Oh, I just went over this entire side with my sponge. Oh well, I already told you that I didn't really see a difference, so I don't think it matters that much. I'm gonna do like half a pump and bring it down my neck a little bit, just with my brush, just so I don't have that dreaded foundation line because it is a little bit too dark for me. Okay, and that's the foundation. I will zoom you in a little more if I can, just so you can really see how it looks like on my pores and stuff. So we are super up close and personal here. I don't have any concealer on, obviously. This is how we are looking. As you can see, it's a little bit dewier than a natural finish. Even on this side that I applied first, I feel like it's a dewy to natural more than natural. I don't have a problem with that at all. I just thought I would let you guys know that it is a bit dewier. I like it so far. As you can see, it's not really settling into any pores or anything in an unflattering way. It just kind of looks like a second skin. I like it. When I do get cakiness, it's kind of on my forehead area and around here, and I feel like it looks pretty good around those areas. Again, as you can see, I have a little bit of a blemish right here, so it's not full coverage. So maybe if that's a concern for you, but you still want to try out this foundation, you can definitely just apply concealer first and allow that to dry and then apply the foundation over it, and you won't be able to see that blemish. Okay, so for concealer, I'm going to use Tarte Shape Tape because this is a little too light for me. So I'm hoping that I can kind of achieve some sort of balance with a lighter concealer. It's not the worst shade match that I've ever had, but it's definitely like not the best, you know? I also like to film like me applying the rest of my face products because it's important, obviously, to see how this foundation kind of works with my current routine. There, I feel like that looks pretty nice, actually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna complete my eyes off camera, and then I'll finish the rest of my face with you guys, and we can see how other products apply on top of this foundation, so I can give you like a really solid first impression. Okay, so I finished my eyes. I also did my lips so that I stopped picking at them, and I wanted to move on to the rest of the face so we can see how products apply onto this foundation. The first thing I'm gonna do is use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Translucent Powder. I'm just gonna grab a little bit just because this foundation is a little bit shinier than I want it to be, like on the forehead. So I'm just gonna grab a little brush and just kind of add some, and it looks like I've added too much. Good for me. Yeah, see, with the addition of powder, it did get a little textured and cakey. Let me see if I can get in there and show you. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, but like right in here, the addition of that powder, it doesn't look great. However, that being said, the Anastasia loose powder is not my favorite by any means. I'm just trying to use it up at this point. I don't really like it. I find it doesn't work with a lot of foundations I like. So I'm not gonna assume that it's the foundation. I'm gonna assume it's this powder that's causing the issue. Yeah, it looked way better before. I should have just left it. I should have just stayed shiny. Next, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I still haven't gotten another shade of this. I probably should, but that kind of went on patchy a little bit. Also, it doesn't feel really tacky at all, so that's kind of nice. Definitely is not transfer proof, but it doesn't claim to be, so that's fine. But it's an interesting sensation. It feels very smooth on the skin. It's kind of nice, actually. I hate sticky foundations. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a really big sneeze. I still feel like it's a little bit patchy on this side, but I think I'm gonna have to fix my lash. I sneezed my lash off. That's hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, I really need a new bronzer. This is like really orange for me. If you have any bronzer recommendations, please let me know. I'm open to creams and powders. Let me know. What do you think would be a good one for this very pale face? Find a lot of bronzers get super orange on me. So I think that's good for bronzer. Now for blush, I'm gonna go with the one I've been enjoying the most lately. This is the ColourPop Juice Bar Blush. It's from their Melrose collection. I reviewed it on my channel. If you wanna watch it, I'll link it in the cards. I just really like this tone. I feel like it's pretty flattering on my skin. I'm gonna blend it out, don't worry. Yeah, I really like that tone. I think that's so pretty. I'm not sure how I'm liking how powders apply on top. That's disappointing. Maybe this is the kind of foundation that you need to like set like with a translucent powder all over. I'm gonna add a little bit here just because I get shiny there. Oh, that looks awful. Oh no, I was really liking this foundation and now it's starting to look like not good at all when I apply any sort of powder products. This is why I like to do this in these videos, because it does matter and it can change your opinion. For highlighter, I'm just gonna use my Tarte Amazonian Clay in Exposed. That's so disappointing. Powder makes it look really quite awful. Let's see if I can fix it with some setting spray. Okay, so now that I've added the setting spray, I'll zoom you in so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't think it's the foundation, honestly. I'm gonna have to try it again, but it looks really quite dry and cakey up in here as well as up here, which is where I applied the Anastasia loose powder, which, as I've mentioned previously, is not my favorite. I find it doesn't play well with a lot of foundations, this being one of them. But I feel like the places that I applied other powders, such as the blush, highlight, and bronzer, I feel like that looks okay. I have a bit of a blemish here, so nothing's really gonna apply nicely over top of that, but I feel like it looks okay over there, but the center of my face is not looking good, which is where I applied the Anastasia powder. I usually do apply that powder rather sparingly just to minimize the kind of crepey cakey look that it gives, because again, this is not the only foundation that it's done that with. However, even applying it sparingly, it does not look good. So I definitely recommend trying it with a different translucent powder if you like to set your face. Even my nose just does not look good. Ugh, okay. So I think I'm gonna have to wear it a couple times for a final thought. I think I'm gonna have to wear it a couple times to gather my final thoughts, but for first impression, I do like this foundation. I do think it's the powder that's causing the issue, so I'm gonna have to try it without that powder and try something else with it. But my bronzer and blush do look nice on the cheeks, and it did apply really quite nicely. It says it's sheer to medium. I would agree with that. I'd say it's more medium coverage, and I would say it's more of a dewy finish than a natural finish. I do like that it's not super sticky, because that drives me crazy. It's definitely not transfer proof, like the product's coming off when I touch my face, but I also did not set it with powder because I don't do that much anymore, just in my T-zone, as I've mentioned. But yeah, so far I do like this foundation. I'm gonna do a bit of a wear test and we can see how this thing wears. It's currently 12:30 p.m. I don't plan on wearing this for like a super long time, but I will do a bit of a check-in, and yeah. My first impressions are I like this foundation, especially for everyday wear when I'm not doing like a full glam. I think I would reach for this for sure. I will definitely update you in another video after I've tried it with a different setting powder. And yeah, that's it for now. I will see you in a couple hours. Okay guys, so I've been wearing this foundation for about 5 hours now, and I can already tell that it is not very long wearing. So as you can see, it's pretty shiny along my T-zone and up here on my forehead. It's looking pretty shiny. It's also smudged on my chin quite a bit. I fixed it before this video. I shouldn't have though, I apologize for that. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna be a very long wearing foundation. I did powder this area as well, and it's still breaking through with the shine. So that being said, I think my final first impression is that I do actually like this foundation, but it's not gonna be one that I reach for if I need to wear it for a long time. Like if I need to wear something for a full day of work, or well, I don't really wear makeup to work, but like hypothetically, if I had to wear this for a full day of work, or if I had a special event where I needed my makeup to look really good for a long period of time, this is not something I'd reach for. But for dewier, more laid back days, I think this is actually a good one, just because it's like light, medium coverage, and I think it looks good. I do. And I also like the feeling of it, even when it's not set. It's not sticky, like it wasn't uncomfortable to wear at all. I think that's my final first impression. Good if I don't have to wear it for long periods of time. And that is it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to subscribe. If you don't subscribe, that's okay. I just really appreciate you watching. It really helps out my channel, so thank you. Please leave any video requests you may have in the comments down below, as well as any foundations you'd like to see me try, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.